The Miniman pull apart is very often praised as one of the best shoulder prehab, rehab, upper back strengtheners that we have out there, and it's not without merit. It's a fantastic exercise for learning how to use the scapular retractors, even posterior deltoids, but it doesn't come without its compensations that we see a lot of people fall into. So when done correctly, it can be a great exercise, a great tool in your toolbox. But there's some things I think that we need to kind of talk about as we use this band pull apart. Number one is a lot of people will substitute true scapular retraction for a lot of rib flaring. So we'll see people driving those ribs out and just pulling the band apart, not really achieving any true motion of the shoulder blades back and forth, but instead just flaring that rib cage back and forth to create the perception that their body's going through that range of motion. We'll also see a lot of head jutting, where again, if people are too tight in that posterior capsule or they're unable to retract fully, they're going to drive their head forward to create what looks like a pull apart, but in fact is more of just a head jut. So a couple things we do. One is we line people up to the wall or a pole where they can get their butt, upper back, and head in a nice neutral position. This is going to reinforce no forward head posture because they can feel contact with the pole, as well as no rib flare because we'll start to feel a little bit of anterior tilt or arch in the low back. And then we use the pole to actually squeeze with the shoulder blades and then release. Teaching people how to actually move that scapula into retraction without going too far and causing some anterior stress on the shoulder. So this is step number one for cleaning it up. Number two is we need to understand that a lot of people have trouble reaching overhead, and if we continuously strengthen the downward rotators, the rhomboids, scapular retractors, they're going to have more difficulty reaching up overhead. So make sure that you're still doing your serratus work, whether it's your bear crawls, push-up plus type exercises, or even some supine work with the kettlebells, because it's very important for maintaining great overhead motion, where if you're doing 300 pull-aparts a day, can come with some issues. So two things to be aware of when you're doing your pull-aparts, but this will definitely clean it up.